What's up, my dudes? Chad Reed, you old popcorn farting, sore losing petty jackass. That's the only words I have for you right now, dude. Now listen, it's one thing to play that revenge card when you're actually in the position racing somebody, but to do it as a lapper, it doesn't get any lower than that on the totem pole, man. That is pitiful. And to all you incompetent fucks out there that say, Chad Reed did nothing wrong, well, I find it to be pretty convenient that Chad Reed's back there riding like shit for about 5 or 6 laps, back in 16th or whatever the hell place he was in. But when Ryan Dungey gets on his ass, the guy he had a little kerfuffle with in the heat race, Chad Reed just magically gets this NOS boost of speed and acts like he's racing for the win all of a sudden. No, what this was a direct revenge attack on Dungey. Chad Reed knew exactly what he was doing, and I've completely lost respect for Chad Reed. I was actually a Chad Reed fan before this incident. Don't get it twisted, dog. Don't think I was like always a Chad Reed hater, and I just, you know, I'm like, oh yeah, this Chad Reed sucks or whatever, and I thought that before this video or whatever. No, that's not the case at all. I was a Chad Reed fan, but I'm not anymore, I can promise you. Like, oh my god, dude. That is so low. I can't even... I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I actually couldn't believe it. I was like, really, Chad Reed? Really, dude? Oh my goodness. Like, listen to what I'm saying, though. Chad Reed is a lapper. Dungey has already gotten around him one time, and he's caught all the way back up to him again around another lap. Dungey should not have to race Chad Reed again to get around him. To some of you that say, oh, well, if Dungey's so fast, he should just be able to get right around Chad Reed. He already did that, motherfucker. He's coming back around for another lap. Oh, my God. I think some people don't realize what a lapper actually is. Like, do you realize a lapper has already been beaten once, basically? They've already been passed once, and so those people shouldn't have to race them again once they get up to them. That's ridiculous, man. Personally, I feel like Chad Reed should have got black flagged for that, and I'll tell you why he didn't get black flagged, because FIM wants their points championships to tighten up a little bit here at the end of the season. I promise you, if this would have been at round 1 or 2, they would have took Chad Reed's ass right off the track for doing that on about probably lap 2 or 3. He was in Dungey's way for, I would say, 5 laps, and that is just so uncalled for, dude. Like, it's just, it's hilarious because Chad Reed knows what he's doing. He's doing it on purpose, but does he realize that he's a fucking lapper? Like, you basically eliminate all of your justification for anything that you're doing when you're a lapper. Like, that's so pitiful. It's just sad, really, that people at the top level of the sport would do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, top level of the sport is going to play that kind of shit. I can't believe it, man. Chad Reed, it's kind of funny because it's like Chad Reed's doing a lot of similar things that like somebody like a Michael Alessi would have done at the beginning of their career, but Chad Reed's doing it at the end of his career. You know? It's like, you're just ruining your legacy. What are you doing, man? Jesus Christ. And this all started from a little incident in the heat race, and this is where I don't even know what actually the incident was that Dungey was talking about, because like Jeff Emig said, I mean, whenever Dungey started saying, oh, I don't know what Chad Reed's doing, cutting across and whatever, I was like, what, Dungey? What are you saying? I for sure didn't see anything, but that's what I'm saying. The camera could have went off of both of those dudes for a split second, and Chad Reed completely cross-jumped a triple in front of Dungey. I mean, that could have happened. It kind of puzzles me to think that Dungey would have said something about an incident that wasn't that big of a deal, because Dungey's just not that kind of guy, you know? I feel like there's something we missed on camera there. Like there was just some incident, I don't know. But from what I seen on camera of the heat race, Chad Reed wasn't doing anything outrageous. Definitely nothing to actually say anything about. So I'm not really sure. But even through all that, that doesn't excuse the fact that Chad Reed was acting like a jackass as a lapper. You know? Nothing excuses that. That is a so low level. Like somebody, what is he in points? Like 10th, 11th? I don't even know where Chad Reed is in points. He's not even in the points chase whatsoever. And he's up there ruining the championship. You know? It's just like, as a lapper, don't forget that. That's the biggest thing to this whole situation. He is a lapper, people. Ladies and gentlemen, that's, man, Chad Reed, that is the lowest thing. That's almost the lowest thing I think I've ever seen somebody do on a motocross or a supercross track, because it's one thing to do a revenge thing where you run into somebody and it's like, you know, you got revenge on them if they hit you in the corner before. I mean, that's pretty crazy, you know, or whatever the case may be. And even like with Weston Pike punching up Freezy and stuff like that, I mean, he was racing him for a position. But when you're a lapper and you do the revenge card, oh my God, dude. It's like, I don't even know how to explain how stupendous that actually is. But, you know, like, for instance, I think that was like a year ago when Stewart was in the way of Muscan as a lap or whatever. That's a totally different situation, because Stewart wasn't doing that on purpose. I just think Stewart was kind of ignorant to the situation, and he wasn't used to being a lapper, for one, and but he wasn't like doing it as a revenge thing against Muscan. Whereas this Reed and Dungey incident, that was total revenge attack. That's what Reed was doing. He was using his lapper position to hold up Dungey. And then this is the best part. After he held up Dungey for like 5 laps, then he looks behind him like, oh, there's Dungey. Let me move out of the way. Jesus Christ, Chad Reed. Do you think we're that fucking stupid? My God. I don't even think that's what... I think Chad Reed was thinking, yeah, everybody knows what I'm doing, and I'm just going to be a jackass. I think that's really what Chad Reed is thinking. Oh, my God. It's like what a little kid would do. It's like what somebody would do in an 03 server, but they're out there doing it in a pro, live, real-life main event, you know, for points. Points, people. It's like, what did Dungey even really do to Reed? He said some shit in an interview? Like, God, Dungey didn't even do anything to you, man. Like, that's just sad. I mean, that is beyond. Chad Reed, you're going to lose a lot of fans from this. You might as well hang it up now. I mean, I don't know. That's pitiful. I mean, even the top-notch Chad Reed fans out there still have to admit that was just sad. I mean, that's just horrible for racing. Somebody that's not even in the race holding up the race. I don't care who you are. That's bad. That's not cool, like, in any capacity. But anyways, so that's kind of what happened in that incident. So I want to let you guys know that I have all of my different playlists on my front page, whether it be game-specific playlist or series-specific playlist. So if you're looking for any particular game or particular series that you want to watch, I have it all laid out there in a pretty organized manner on my front page. There is a link in the description to donate to me if you want to support me, and if you can't or you just don't want to, I totally understand. That's why it's completely optional, but I will be listing my top 10 donators at the end of every single future video, and I will shout out every new donator at the end of a video, even if they're not top 10. And my email address is spencerturley@live.com, no space, no capital, and I do accept sponsorship offers. And you guys should also follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, Steam, all that different stuff at Spencer Turley, no space, no capital.